Well, it's right on 7 a.m. on Sunday, the 13th of February. So let's go live on another bicycle live stream, and hopefully the wind won't be too strong. We'll see what happens when I get out onto the main section. This live stream I've wanted to do a couple of times, but the wind and the weather has been made it difficult to get to. But anyway, I started riding the bike this morning in the rain, and it's cleared now for a while. Done 30 kilometres up Broadbeach Waters, and I want to get on to a very important topic, which is how to empower yourself through ownership. What the hell does it even mean? Well, actually I can feel that wind coming up now. Wow. Anyway, we'll see how we go. This is an extension of the recent live streams I did, the three most important lessons I've ever learnt live streams. The third one being that your thoughts and emotions are controlled solely by yourself, that nobody makes you happy or sad other than yourself. The second one being that you are not your body, and in addition to that, you are actually not your thoughts or feelings, because they are actually as temporary as your body is. And the first one is the first lesson that I spoke about a month or two ago, is that the Prime Directive, the reason behind everyone's motivation, is love, unconditional spiritual love. So this morning I want to expand a little bit in this sort of area and go back to thoughts and feelings and how we are affected by our incorrect belief system, I guess you could say. So that's this morning's topic, as I say, is how to empower yourself through ownership. So let me start, as I love to, with an analogy. And if the wind is too strong, let me know. I've got the wind filter on, and hopefully it's doing its job. So if we start with an analogy that says that you're obviously not your car, obviously. I mean, you know, how simple is that? But you are responsible for how you drive your car. Okay, simple analogy. You're not your car, but you're responsible for how you drive it. So continuing on from that, you are not your body, you are not your mind, you are not your thoughts and your feelings, but you are responsible for how you think. So even though you're not your body, you're not your mind, you're not your thoughts, even though it's all temporary, you are still responsible for how you think. How you think is defined by you. Now, basically, we have a prevalence in society, and I've noticed this come through a lot with conspiracists, of blaming others for the way that we think. So let me put it another way. We have to stop blaming others for our thoughts and feelings, for our pain, emotional pain, for our disappointments. If you don't, I'll put it in first person, if you don't stop blaming others, someone else, or more than one other person, for your thoughts and feelings, then you will make no progress in self-development, because your thoughts are your own, and in order to empower ourselves through ownership, we have to own them, and we have to accept responsibility for them. Now, if we do this, if you have the courage to admit that your temporary thoughts are originating from yourself and they are your own, then you empower yourself. If you don't, if you keep blaming others for your thoughts, then you disempower yourself. You have the ability to empower or disempower yourself. And so accepting responsibility for how you think and feel is the very simple but very powerful process by which you empower yourself. Now, I mentioned a moment ago that I've noticed this coming up a lot with conspiracists, tied in with their conspiracy theories. And the way that I've noticed it coming up is this theme of, the government is doing this to us, and politicians, and there's always, it's a blame, in other words, right? Let's blame other people for doing things, for us thinking and feeling the way we do about things. Let's blame someone else, or even blame a non-entity. Let's blame a government, an organisation, or even someone we don't even know who it is. Let's blame they, them. They're always doing this, and they have this agenda, and they set out to do this, and which always brings people saying, "Who are they?" So when we do this, you may not be aware that you are disempowering yourself. As soon as you do this, you have taken away your personal responsibility to accept that the issues you have are your issues. If you don't agree with the way people are doing things, instead of blaming them for the way you think and feel, you need to accept responsibility. You need to empower yourself through ownership of your thoughts and feelings, and then you actually find a clear way forward. Whilst we're stuck in a blame game, and unfortunately I notice a lot of conspiracists are stuck in a blame game, you're just not going to make much progress. You're really going to, and apologies if the wind's getting really strong now, you're really going to just get stuck in a cycle of victimhood, disempowerment, and a series of emotions that are not enjoyable to experience. So that was the point I wanted to make on what will be a rather short live stream, because the wind is coming up and I don't want it to get too bad. But as Helen says, exactly, we're responsible for our own thoughts and feelings always. And good morning, Helen. Thank you for watching. Think about that. It's the simplest process around. Empower yourself by having the courage to own up to your own thoughts and feelings. They are yours. They are how you think and feel about a situation, whether you like it or not. And once you accept responsibility, that they're yours and you own them, then you empower yourself. See how simple it is? I love it when the things are simple and logical. Live vegan, save lives, ahimsa.